to start it, it's Cade York.
And off we go from San Antonio.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 23 carries, 79 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up past the 40.
Now it's Wilson. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
You get a look at their key inactives for this week's game. And Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
A check on the numbers last week for Connor. 15 carries, 62 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Right back to Connor here on first. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against... But the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Steelers offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Oh, this will be... The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
On play action, it's Murray.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back,
You've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's taken on the 25. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steelers ready for their next possession.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
In motion right, Campbell. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Austin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Here's Wilson.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had it. But couldn't pull it in.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Wilson will throw again.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. The home team's offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And Wilson in motion left. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Here's Murray.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Blake Gillikin now.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. And he has been a big... The passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Wilson to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. But despite... They're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He finds Austin complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Wilson.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot. throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Murray now to throw.
Pass to the side.
Pulled in, and he'll go out near midfield at the...
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now it's Wilson.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now it's Wilson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
This one deep for Wilson.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.